You know what is my favorite thing to do? My favorite thing to do is to look at myself in a mirror. I can do it for hours. Now let's get serious. Hi everyone, this is me, your Dasha Bisali at Be Strong and Love Yourself, a channel for very strong people. I came home the other day, it was on Thursday, and I was not in a very good mood. And I decided, maybe I should make an article that it's okay to be sad and that you cannot be happy all the time. Then I relaxed and I went to bed. Next day, I was not very happy either. And even on Saturday when I woke up, I was not very energetic and enthusiastic. And I don't like feelings like that. I prefer to have a lot of energy, do things, and don't be lazy. And then I realized that you actually can't be happy all the time, and it's not okay to be sad. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. You can't be happy all the time. But let's first think what can make us unhappy. Why do we have these unpleasant feelings and sensations within us, these emotions that can make us unhappy? And I believe that the main reason of unhappiness is fear. And sometimes it can be unconscious fear, we don't even realize it, but it creates some disturbance in our mind, and it also creates a lot of action plans. And action plans created by fear, they are very exhausting and they take a lot of energy. So today I'm prepared. I have this book, Human Brain, and this is what it says about amygdala. And amygdala is the part of the brain that is responsible for fear. The amygdala is activated by frightening stimuli. However, the hormone oxytocin, secreted by the hippocampus, dumps down amygdala activity, and with it the feeling of fright. So it tells me that you can level down your fears with oxytocin that you can develop in your own brain. And it's all about the way you train your brain and the way you act on your fears. And then I want to talk about some books and to read some quotes. And I want to start with Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. I highly recommend this book, but remember that if you read it once, or like any book, you can read it and it's great, but it doesn't mean that it's enough. You need to constantly work on yourself and remind yourself things that you learn. So this is what Susan says about fear. All you have to do to diminish your fear is to develop more trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. A lot of times we have fears about things that never happened, or maybe they happened in past and we are afraid that they will happen again. And most of the times we have fear because we are afraid of pain that can hypothetically be. So you are so afraid of this pain that you're trying your best to avoid it. So you get this fear, and then you create action plans on how to avoid the pain. And these action plans take all of your energy. You cannot be happy when you don't have energy. It's kind of, instead of flowing through you, it just gets blocked and you get tired and exhausted. And now I want to quote Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul. And this is what he says about pain that we are trying to avoid so hard. In truth, pain is the price of freedom. And the moment you are willing to pay that price, you will no longer be afraid. The moment you are not afraid of the pain, you'll be able to face all of life's situations without fear. So this is actually how you kind of free yourself and make yourself happy. You understand that you have fears and that you can handle them, and you understand that pain actually helps you to free yourself. Once you accept it, once you kind of let it flow through you, you become happy, and because you're not afraid and you don't get too disturbed. Then also I want to quote Brian Tracy's book, No Excuses. This book is all about taking responsibility for your own happiness, and it kind of proves you that it's all up to you if you are happy or not. Your ability to achieve your own happiness is true measure of your success in life. Nothing is more important. Nothing can replace it. If you accomplish everything of a material nature, but you are not happy, you have actually failed at fulfilling your potential as a human being. You can only truly be happy when you practice self-discipline, self-mastery, and self-control. So by practicing these things, which are all up to you, you can become happy. And it's extremely important, the self-discipline, the self-control, and self-mastery. And you need to practice them every day. Then I also want to talk about this book. It is called Mastery by Robert Greene. And this book is, to be honest, hard to read. I got it from the man that I love. And if I didn't love him so much, I wouldn't read it, to be honest. But it's an extremely good book. And I'm very thankful that I read it. And this book is about, again, in order to become a master in something, in order to become successful and happy, you need to work on yourself. And he has tons of examples of people who didn't give up and achieved the great results. And this is what he says about mastery. The only real impediment to this, talking about mastery, is yourself and your emotions. Boredom, panic, frustration, insecurity. You cannot suppress such emotions. They are normal to the process and are experienced by everyone, including masters. What you can do is have faith in the process. Yes, you will always have some negative emotions. You can have this fear, insecurity, frustration, anxiety. You can be angry. We're humans. We cannot avoid negative emotions. The other thing is that what are you going to do about them? When you have this unpleasant sensations, are you going to try to numb the pain, to avoid the unpleasant situation, to run away from it? Or you want to face it and prove to yourself that, you know, it's not such a big deal. I can handle it. I can go through that. I'm strong enough. So in all these books, all these authors, they want to tell us that if you work on yourself, if you invest time and energy in this self-discipline and if you prove to yourself that pain is not that bad, that you can handle your fears, then you can be happy no matter what. And you don't get too stressed, too upset. And the most important thing, you don't waste your energy on something that you shouldn't. So please work on yourself, work on these things, on your fears, and take care of yourself. Be strong and love yourself. Love wins.